What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Let's get started nice and quick. I am early today, too, by a few minutes, so take that. It is possible, all you non-believers. Dearest, at Marvel Champions. What the hell? Why does it do that? I'm not following Melinda Gates. I'm following Marvel Champions. Stop autofilling the wrong name, Twitter. Alright. Dear, at Marvel Champions. Congrats to baseball for having another World Series winner team. Whatever, let's just go with that. P.S. I am now Louis. So sorry about that, guys. The cough is almost gone, but man, every once in a while I get a little something in the upper chest region or whatever it is. Congrats, baseball. We have another World Series winner team. Tweet. Okay. Let's get started here. Miguel sending over some of them pens, some of them big pens. Miguel, thank you very much. I can never remember how much that is, but I'm just going to put down 3. Thank you very much, dude. Saying slap spooky edition. Ooh, dude. I just realized it is almost Halloween, huh? Tonight is Mischief Night. Ooh. Slap. How's that for the spooky edition? Spooky edition slap. We gotta put some spookies in the chat too, of course. But Miguel, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Zaya the Don, first one in here, followed by Yuki, Abdi, we got Lori Reed, Shayna Ramsey, Obi Don, B Daniels. What up, Buttercup? What up, B Daniels? Poor Dreamin'. Yeah. Yeah. How old are you? 32. Greetings, Mr. Grant. I made a forum post on Starkey being overrated. I feel like I just insulted an entire religion. A mob has descended, including DNA 3000, the only one actually making good points. Well, you brought this upon yourself. Go ahead and dig yourself out of it. B. Daniels sent it over a couple of bucks, saying, my Morningstar Sig 200, you want 20 of them? They're yours. B. Daniels, I would very much like 20 of your Sig levels. Even just 1 Sig level, please. All I need is 1 Sig level. All I need is to start the quest with a soul. Like, yeah, the rest of her Sig level is, or the rest of her Sig ability is cool, and sure, I would love to have her awakened at a high Sig level too. But hey, man, I'm not gonna be greedy. Just send over 1. Just send over 1 single Sig level, B. Daniels, please. All right, let's tear. I gotta hop into AQ real quick before we hit the arenas. Which, by the way, I decided to pull back on the 5-star King Groot grind. There was some other things that I had to take care of today, and I realized, like, hey, either I take care of this stuff today, or I take care of it tomorrow. And if I take care of it tomorrow, then I cannot get all of the milestones for Guillotine 2099. Plus, I would very much so like to go for the 4-star and 3-star version of Guillotine 2099. So, and I'm out of Tier 1 Alpha, so the Tier 1 Alpha arena is gonna be tomorrow. So yeah, it's gonna be a big arena grind day tomorrow. So I have to take care of stuff today. So yeah, unfortunately, no 5-star King Groot. I'm still gonna grab the 4-star. And I will finish up the milestones, get all the milestones. So it's been a good round of arena still, even without getting the 5-star. I'm still so far away from actually having that dude be playable, since I need like Sig 200, that it's alright. One day I'll be kicking myself when I get a whole bunch of Sig stones and maybe dupe that dude naturally, and then I'm like, oh god, I wish I could have just got those Sig levels. If I could have done both rounds, that would have been a different story too. But only being able to do the one round. Anyway. Alright, Mordo. You're almost dead. Let's finish you up real quick. Ah, day 1 of Alliance Quest. Robert Stromberg sent it over 5 of them Canadian bucks, talking about a couple of toonies and a loony and a half a loony. Saying big day BG, read last. Alright, give me 1 sec, let me update the big old D real quick. I'll check out your last. Thank you for all the loonies and toonies. Yo, BG just got Cavalier. Ooh, congrats. 455, my Sentinel. Nice, dude. I figured that's, as soon as you said it, I figured that was coming next. Finish variant 3. Dang, finish variant 3 too. And 565, my Stark Spidey. Today has been absolutely nuts. Damn, dude. Making crazy progress today. That's nuts, man. Congrats on all that. That's a big day in the contest, man. That's a big day in the contest. Cavalier, Variant 3, 565 Stark Spidey. Damn. Thank you again, dude. Appreciate the support as well. Roboto saying that he finished that Labyrinth path today too. Man, you guys are just crushing it. Nice, Roboto. Roboto, how many paths have you, I mean, that's your 3rd one in recent times here, right? I think. I mean, what's left in Labyrinth for you? How many paths you got left? Hey BG, what up, Royal? Explored 6.1. That was tiring more than anything. Got a mutant gem 3 to 4. Nightcrawler, Psylocke, or wait. I like Nightcrawler more than I like Psylocke, but waiting is also not a terrible option. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what I don't know what you want to do with that. But congrats on exploring 6-1. I'd say mutant can't really go wrong with. We've seen some good mutants lately, and I don't think we're anywhere near the end of seeing good mutants. So yeah, I don't think waiting would be the worst thing, but I actually really like Nightcrawler. Alright, you used your L2. Get out of my face now, Red Skull. Let me get some healing off this fight. Alright, dude. Thank you. You believe November is about to start? Like, what the heck, dude? This year went by so fast. Yeah, it really did. This year went by very fast. I mean, for me personally, it was one of the more eventful years of my life too. Moving, which, well, I mean, I guess I've moved a lot over the past few years, so it's no big deal. At least it wasn't the cross-country move. But then flying like 6 times already or something like that. Soon to be 7th coming up next month, or not next month, but December. Possibly an 8th somewhere. Good lord. Alright, almost done. I actually have to pay attention to this Red Skull fight just because this dude takes no damage. You can't really crit this guy once he has all those armor ups. Can't really get rid of the armor ups. Like, Hyperion's L2 can armor break, but let's face it, man. 1 armor break ain't gonna do squat. Not that I'm complaining, though. This fight is, it's good in a way. It gives me some time to heal up my hype. And then maybe I can take out the Omega boss if need be. But I do need to pay attention a bit. B. Daniels sent it over 5. B. Daniels, thank you very much, dude. Check that out in a sec. Oh, and Robert sent over another buck as well. Thank you, guys. Give me a sec. I wanna try to get that full yellow. This is the buffed up node where I need 3 buffs to deal any damage, by the way. So if you're wondering why I just punched him for 0s, that is why. Alright, we got that full yellow bar ink. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. What do we got here? Robert sent over. Well, actually, B. Daniels sent over his first. Alright, B. Daniels sent over 5. Thank you very much, dude. Saying BG, I fought 7 fights in AQ and 8 rooms in Dungeon 7. Hashtag accomplishments. Dude, nice. Crushing it, man. Well done. 8 rooms in Dungeon 7. Like, that's... What is that? 3 more? 3 dungeon overkill, basically? Those dungeon rooms get freaking tough, man. But thank you very much, B. Daniels. Hold on, what does this put everyone at? Alright, that puts... I'm just gonna put you both down at 7. B. Daniels and Robert. Yeah. Robert, where is your last one at, real quick? Your last one is, took down that X-Bones with 800 hits on my combo. What? With Sentinel, I want to throw my phone out into the snow. Wow, it took that many, even with rank 4ing? Holy crap, dude. I didn't expect that. Honest, man. That's a lot of hits. Good lord. That is a lot of hits. Well done, man. Good job keeping your composure throughout the fight. Nico's sending over 5 of them Canadian bucks too. A couple more loonies and a toonie. Where's your last? You said the last 2, please. Okay, here we go. ABG, so many people getting a big progression boost tonight. I also got a little carried away earlier and used a few units to clear up Variant 3 exploration. Finally got silver stars on my rank 5 blade. Nice, dude. That's pretty big, man. Got that healing activation. Good stuff. And also got a clutch 4-5 cosmic gem. My most wanted one. Hell yeah, dude. You gotta love the cosmics. Would you use it on Awakened Medusa, Awakened Sparkles, or Unawakened Hype? I wouldn't go with Unawakened Hype. Hyperion's amazing, and he doesn't technically need his Awaken ability, but without it, yeah, you're probably going to want to go with one of these other champs. As for Medusa and Sparkles, bit of a tough call. I would say the community is probably at this point would probably favor Sparkles, so that's got to be my recommendation, just because I feel like that's what the majority of people would prefer. Plus, she has some sick, nasty prestige, man. If you care about prestige at all, it's pretty high up there. That said, if you are slightly in the minority here and want to go with want to go with Medusa, there's nothing wrong with that. Medusa's still a fantastic champion. I think she's going to be good for a long time to come, too. I mean, we're starting to see some other robot killers out there with, what is it, Vision Arcus? I still don't know how that guy works. But, you know, so it's possible that over time, we're going to see some other robot slayers get added, too. Not that, I mean, all the cosmics are decent at it, but, yeah, I still favor Medusa over pretty much anyone when it comes to slaying them robots. Plus, you know, she's good for Caustic Temper, good for buffed up. Just a solid all-around dependable champion. And yeah, I would like I said, I would go between Medusa and Sparkles. Probably Sparkles, just because I feel like that's what the community would favor. And yeah. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Esmir also sent it over 5. Dang, guys, sent over a bunch of super chats already. Thank you very much. Esmir, need recommendations on a good nose hair trimmer. It's like I've snorted a rabbi. What? Well, I don't really have advice for you. If other people have any advice on a nose hair trimmer, I don't use a nose hair trimmer myself. Hey man, I've got you hit that age. I don't know what age even. It's been many years now where I've got the nose hairs coming out. But I just take a pair of tweezers and just go pluck wild for for a couple minutes, and yeah, that's how I handle it. It's probably better to have a nose hair trimmer. It probably is easier and stuff, but that's what I've done in the past at least. So yeah. But Esmir, good luck on your search to clean up the nose. B Daniels sending over another buck saying don't break wall. Okay. I will not break the wall. Where's your last one? Record is 9 rooms for me. Also was trolling saying I didn't do crap in game today. That was a troll message? Really? It didn't even seem like one, man. I mean, the AQ thing, it did throw me off a little bit, I will say. But the dungeon thing, I thought that was pretty legit, man. Dungeons are tough once you like, basically once you hit that certain room in the dungeons, I don't even know what room it is. It's right around when you get all the milestones. It gets pretty freaking tough. Like one little slip up and you're toast. So man, I took that as a legit accomplishment. But either way, thank you for another buck. Robert sent it over another 279 as well. Robert, where's your last one? Give me a sec here. Give me a sec here. Was it after it? Just saying, stay in Big D. Okay. Well, in that case, I mean, I kind of rounded before. I might have to look at some exact numbers here. I was trying to keep you and Badanos up there together. Let me hold on. Let me take a look here. How much have you sent over? So I think in total is 650. All right. Well, technically, it still is more than B Daniels. So I will be giving you the big D, the solo D. I think. Wait, hold on. Let me just double check. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Robert. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We all know who really has the big D. What's up, Poos on Poos? How you doing, man? Who should I rank for next? Venom the Duck, Venom, or Beardo? Depends on what your needs are. I am a huge fan of Venom, and I think everyone should have a high-level Venom in their roster. Doesn't necessarily need to be like your highest ranked champion. I think Venom and Gulk, I generally have like the same guideline for, where as long as they're one rank below what your highest possible rank is. So like, let's say you can get a rank 5 star, then you want like Venom and Gulk to be rank 4 or higher, but you know, at least rank 4 in my opinion. Of course, Venom the Duck and Beardo are great champions as well, but I really do like having a high level Venom. Just feels good, man. Feels really good being able to mow down Spideys. Maybe it's just because I've gotten messed up and killed by so many Spider-Verse champions in the past that it's just so satisfying to take them down without them evading. But yeah, I like Venom a lot. But yeah, really depends on what your needs are. All 3 good champs. Quickest way to get 5-star shards? Well, there's a bunch of ways to get 5-star shards. The monthly event quest, if you haven't done that yet. Certain story events, or story quests, I should say. The arena, tonight's the last night for the arena, so about 12 hours from now, there's going to be some shards given out, depending on where you rank. Alliance War, duplicating 4-star champions, Whatever you do, just don't sell any of your champions. It's never worth it to sell your champions. Almost never. There's technically a couple of technicalities. Brian, I have 2 more bullet points to study for my test. Also did a thing that I meant to do for over 2 years, and it was only half as bad as was expecting. Well, alright. I don't know what that thing is, but, man. That sounds like stuff that I do, where it's, it's like, yeah, I've needed to, you know, I still have a New Jersey license. I need to get a new license. It's been over it's been like pretty much 2 years now. So, speaking of, it's time for me to take care of that. Hopefully, it's not as bad either. B. Daniels sending over another $1.20 to rejoin the wall. Thank you very much, dude. Where's your last one? I feel 7 gets hard, but it was 8 rooms. Didn't say in one go, but not on me. Cough, A-Rob, cough. Dang, dude, throwing A-Rob under the bus like that, it's messed up. Oh, man. And after it said, don't break ball, Rob. Yeah, that was, oh, man. That was a little dirty. But you know what? All's fair in love and big D's. But thank you, guys. Double-headed D. Back up there again. Thank you very much. I appreciate all this support. ABG, you got a 5-star Omega Red and awakened my 5-star Magic. Which one should I rank 5 first? Well, sounds like your Omega Red might not be awakened. And if your Omega Red is not awakened, then I would go Magic. Omega Red, while technically playable in some situations unawakened, especially bleed nodes, so he'll do alright there. In most situations, you're going to want that guy awakened before you really make use of him. So, yeah. If Omega Red's not awakened, go Magic. 2 years since you moved? I feel old now. It has been 2 years since I moved, yeah. Time has gone by very quick. I mean, 2 years since originally moving out from New Jersey to Washington, but I've only been in this my current apartment here for it's something like 6 months, 5 or 6 months. I can't remember exactly when I moved in, but yeah. I miss snuggling with Robert. Nice. Who should I awaken? 5-star, Star-Lord, Hulkbuster, Yondu, Howard, or Civil Warrior? Well, I'd wait to see what the Hulkbuster buff is. Out of those champions currently, the answer would be Star-Lord or to hold the gem. And yeah, Hulkbuster recently just got voted to be buffed next, so it's possible that Hulkbuster might be the best answer. ABG rank 4 Emma, Havoc, AA, or Saberman. I run Suicides, thanks. If you run Suicides, I'd I'd probably lean more towards Emma. Of course, she'll you know, with her diamond armor or whatever it's called, diamond armor, diamond skin, I think. She'll probably fare the best. Yeah, that's probably what I'd go with. Archangel is an option too, as long as Archangel's awakened. You know, you'll take some suicide damage and stuff like that, but I mean, the dude doesn't really rely on his specials, and that extra attack from the suicide is just gonna help that neurotoxin hit even harder. Havoc, also not a bad rank up. Saberman is the only one that I would say definitely don't go with. The other 3, decent options, but yeah, probably favor Emma. He's ready to sell my rank 3 Red Skull and all my 4-star champs for a 5-star crystal and got Nebula. It's just not worth it. You're just borrowing from the future, and you got to pay back extra, basically. It's selling your champions is like taking out a loan from yeah, like a high interest loan. It really is, man. You're sure you're gonna get some shards today, but the time it takes to build back those champions and get those resources and stuff, it just costs you more in the long run. It's just not worth it. A little bit of patience goes a long, long way. ABG, when is your next itemless run? I don't want to miss out. Blake, it's probably going to be on Sunday. I actually really wanted to get in there. I almost went in there today, and then I was thinking, hey, I'll do a run tomorrow. But the more I think about it, just with the way my schedule is and needing to stay on top of getting all these milestones, Sunday is probably going to be the day. And I'm hoping it's going to be a big day on Sunday. Like, you know, I've with this Morningstar rank up and thing ranked up and all that, I'm ready to take the champion down, man. Straight up. I'm tired of this not completing paths nonsense. Like, it's time, dude. It's time to rip this dude to shreds. I'm not saying I'm gonna 100% the quest. But, you know, we need to put the hurting on this guy and get down a couple paths, hopefully. 2 or 3 of them loops, we need to get rid of them. BG, you gonna fit guillotine on 6.2.6 team to start with soul, or not worried about it? I would love to, except I do not have a 5-star guillotine, or 6-star for that matter. So, not a possibility. Not a possibility. I'm gonna have to clear 5 fights with Morningstar, and I was thinking about this. I can't remember if I talked about this or not. I know I've talked a bit here and there about Morningstar in that quest, but I can't remember if this is one of the things I mentioned. I might have to take like extra loops. Just the way the fights are set up, it might not even be a possibility for me to take the most straightforward path. I have to get her built up. I have to have 5 souls for that champion fight. And ideally, I would like to get there with a good amount of health. So really, we're talking like 6 fights. I don't necessarily need to have a ton of health if I'm going to be life-stealing against the champion anyway. But in order to just have that little bit of a safety, give myself a little bit more breathing room if I slip up early in the fight before I can get some health back. Yeah, it'd be nice to have her healed up. So we'll have to see what that means in terms of exploring the quest. I'm sure I could find a way to get in there, get the souls, get it done. It's just going to be a little bit more of an interesting. We're gonna take the scenic route. You know, that's all it is. Also, if you can get 3 paths or more. Oh, dude, 3 paths. That would be the dream right there, man. That would be the dream. ABG, is Ultron still a good rank up in 2019? Not a great one. But, I mean, he can still get the job done. If you need a sustainable champion with immunities for something like Alliance Quest, and that's your option, then hey, do what you gotta do. But ideally, you would go with a different champion than Ultron these days. Yeah, that's just the way it goes with Ultron. He did get a synergy with Warlock, if I'm not mistaken, and that synergy with Warlock, it gives you extra attack, depending on. It's what if you let me check it out. I'm pretty sure I know the synergy, but just so I don't say something wrong here. Absolutely sure of it. Take a look at this dude. And yeah, here we go. Robot Uprising. So whenever any teammate would receive a debuff they're immune to, they gain a Fury buff, increasing attack rating by 60% for 6 seconds. So if you can get this synergy going with Ultron, could potentially be worth it in that case. Without it, though, he just, you know, just over time, the stats of these characters have gone up, and yeah, his stats were never the strongest back in the day. He just always had a ton of utility. But now you got champions with even more utility and higher stats, and yeah. Black Seraphim sent it over to saying, can you time one fart to one parry? Will do. Black Seraphim, thank you very much for the 2, and I will now proceed with absolute silence until we land this parry. God, it took longer than I thought to land that parry. Oh man, I'm never gonna grow up. Black Seraphim, thank you very much for the 2. Appreciate it. BG, should I start another path with no resources and 150 units? Thoughts? Bravado. No, you gotta take it easy, man. you gotta take it easy. Give it some time. You're so hungry for it, and I love it, dude. I actually really like seeing this, that you're just so hungry to take down the labyrinth. But you gotta give it some time, man. A little bit of patience. Build up a little bit. Use that fury. Use the labyrinth fury to hit the arena, grab some easy milestones, and then get in there in a few days or something. Brian, what's up, Demiak? Do you think spending $1,058 on a computer is too much? I'm building one and have $1,000 in savings, but does spending it all seem dumb? P.S. I love you. It depends on what your other bills are looking like. I don't know what other kind of financial things you have going on in your life, but I don't think it's dumb necessarily. I think there's a sweet spot for how much is kind of worth it to spend on a computer, and you know, of course, without seeing all the things you picked out, I you know, I can't say like exactly if it's the best thing, but typically that amount of money is in that kind of sweet spot range to spend on a computer that's gonna last a decent amount of time without like overly spending to try to future-proof it. Which, let me tell you guys something. I mean, if you ever try to future-proof your technology, it's a losing battle. You've already lost. So just spend a reasonable amount, which I would say that is a reasonable amount for a decent computer. And then in a few years, upgrade, get something new. And by few years, that could mean 2, 3, 4, 5, however many years. Is there an Angela Wolverine or a King Groot, etc. you can fight along the way to copy regen? I cannot copy regen because Morningstar is not awakened. But this is one of my favorite things about 6.2. 6.2, honestly, man, it's I love 6.2. The design is so underrated. Like, I get it's tough and not everybody likes the gates and stuff like that, right? But let me go and show you guys what I'm talking about. Stuff, it's, you know, things that I've pointed out in the past, but it's worth pointing out again. Just, in my opinion, how well designed 6.2 is. So, on a lot of these paths, not every single path, but on a lot of these paths, there's ways to heal up. So if we take a look at this Mystic path, right, just as an example, you got a couple fights here. You know, you got Angela, you got Gamora, and then you roll up to King Groot. And at this point, you've taken a couple fights. Your champions might be missing a bit of health, but hey, King Groot, you can heal off of this dude. So you're basically, there should never be a time when you're taking this path. There should never be a time where you're not at full health at this Venom. All 5 of your champions should be at full health, full yellow bar by the time you start this fight with Venom. And it makes going around this loop you know, not really a problem. And then especially, you know, using a Mystic Champion against Venom, who has a ton of buffs, you're going to steamroll this dude with most Mystic Champions. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's very well designed, in my opinion. I feel like things were actually really thought out pretty well for a lot of these paths. Like I said, it's not every path that they set it up that way, and it would be boring if they set up every path that way. It's, you know, it shouldn't just be a, you know, shouldn't just have this template that you just copy and paste for every path, but there's a lot of paths that have a way to heal on them in, it has to be intentional locations. It's too common of a thing for me to believe otherwise. So yeah, I love that about 6.2, and I don't really see that in other quests nearly as much as I do in 6.2. All right, Kieran, getting that banana bush back. Kieran, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you. Welcome back. Please, I hope that you continue to enjoy your banana bush, along with all of these fantastic custom emojis that you now have access to once again. Thank you, dude. And Nico sending over 420. Thank you very much. Is that, that is, let me just double check. Yeah, okay. You're joining the wall. For a second there, I was like, oh, you just sent it over 420 because 420. But then I was like, wait a minute. You sent over before, right? And you did. Nico, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Your message is... Oh, pff, of course. That's what your message says, too. 420 to build a wall. Can't resist. Hashtag Johnny Blaze it. Oh, dude, perfect. Oh, man. Thank you very much. I wish I read your message instead of trying to figure things out like an idiot first. But, dude, thank you. I appreciate the support. Man, triple-headed 920D. Don't know if I've ever said that before. But thank you. All right, let's get back to the arenas. There's still more work to be done to get these milestones. You know what? On that note, let's finish up. I want to get 6 mil in the 5-star arena. So let's run the 5 stars real quick. Not going to take very long. Talking like about 10 rounds or so. I'll knock out, get myself over 6 mil, which should be enough to get 4-star King Groot, which will max sig him, get me that cosmic ISO. This way I don't have any ISO issues when ranking up Corvus. It'll all be good. Plus all them 5-star shards and all that. Oh yeah. Greg sent it over a couple bucks. Greg, thank you very much. Saying thanks, BG. Love your streams, especially Itemless. Dude, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. The $2. Thank you very much. Itemless, sorry. Oh no, I knew what you meant, man. It's those. I've made the same typo myself, so I already knew. But thank you, dude. I've completed. I have 9 completed pages of notes for 22 bullet points of things to know for test. Star. I'm loving the organization. You're gonna crush that test. I wish I could do. I wish me and school worked good together. But don't. I'm excited to have a computer that doesn't have a poopy case. I've sent a picture on Twitter of the nightmare that is my current computer case. I think you sent it before. Hold on, let me check it out. This sounds familiar, actually, though. Hold on. Or I don't see it on Twitter just yet. But I'll check it out in a couple minutes. Duplicated my 5-star cap. He's Sig 20 now. Nice, dude. Know that max Sig is best, but do you know what Sig he becomes useful for his utility? I mean, it's kind of already useful at Sig 20. The problem is it's just not reliable, and I mean, you're just gonna have to get lucky if you're using him for his awaken ability. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's a certain like mathematical point where You hit this point and for the most part, like you're, you know, on average, not even going to need to get that lucky. I don't know. But yeah, it's just not something you can rely on. So I would say, you know, you can start making use of that utility in certain fights, no problem. But you just probably can't bank on certain things. Like, for example, so he has what? Armor Break for Cosmic. It's the Petrify for Tech. These are some things that will start to help you, even if you can't completely reverse healing or have a guaranteed armor break. I would say the skill one. The skill one allows you to shrug off a debuff, I believe. See, I'm not the best with Cap because I've never really used them at a high level, but it allows you to shrug off a debuff, I believe, and that is something that, like, it's pretty important to have it be reliable, depending on the fight you're going into. So in a situation like that, I would say find another solution. You know, so he's not like AA. No, because at Sig 200, that's when it's a 100% chance. Up until that point, it's just, you know, there's always a chance for your Awaken ability to not take effect. It might crush me. No, Star, don't say that. Don't want to art anymore. Swaggy Spoadster, don't want to art anymore. No, don't say that either, man. Swaggy Spoadster, the world needs your art, man. Think of that. Have you thought of that, Swaggy Spoadster? The world needs your art, dude. It's a completely even ramp up all the way to 200, I believe. Is it? You got so many Cosmic Champs today, rank 5 in Morningstar. I think you're good. I see, I didn't even pay attention to anything other than I wasn't pulling Mystic. I couldn't pull Mystic to save my life. And then I very distinctly remember getting lots of tech champions like Darkhawk, Iron Patriot, and a bunch of science champions too. But you're probably right. I probably did pull a bunch of cosmics. Dagnab was hoping we'd have Spooky BG for Hordoween. Wow, Hordoween. What the? Spooky BG. Oh man, you know. I can oh man, I can't do it tonight, but never mind. Let me stop talking in case I'm able to do something for tomorrow. Potentially, I don't know, but maybe. Brian, I already have a mutant rank 5. I want to diversify my rank 5s, but I had a pull that might adjust for. He's not woke yet, but Namor is my newest champ. Kieran, nice, dude. Congrats on the Namor. Yeah, dude. So Namor's great, fantastic champion, of course. But until you can get him awakened and until you can get him a decent sig level, like he doesn't necessarily need to be max sig level, but he's got to be a decent sig level, at least. Until you can do that, I don't think I'd rank 5 him. So maybe continue diversifying for right now, but keep in mind like just start slowly ranking him up. You know what I mean? Get the first couple ranks going. This way, when you do get him awakened, maybe the Cyber Monday offer, if you're going to be picking up any of that stuff. Something to think about depending on what you get out of there. So yeah. Can Laura use face paint and draw a pumpkin on your head? You know, I love Laura, but she's not the. I don't know. I don't know if how good a pumpkin would look on my head from her. But that might make it even funnier for you guys. So, oh god, no. I'm saying no though. No, damn it. No pumpkin on my head. ABG, quick question. Do you think 5-star Thing can do the final Ultron in Variant 1 If he's only at rank 2 or 3, I want him rank 4 or 5, but don't have resources yet and can probably take him up by completing. Yes. I would say rank 2 is going to be rough. Rank 3 is not going to be easy, but it'll be much more manageable than rank 2, of course. Yeah, rank 3, pop a boost maybe if you have an extra boost laying around, even if it's just a 15% health boost, just something to make him a little bit more sustainable, give him a little bit more time to build up those Furies. And then, yeah, he could take down that Ultron. Yep. Ending my previous question, does Thing need to do champion synergy, or can his 60 Furies do it by himself? I have rank 4 5-star Human Torch and a team too. No, he doesn't need the synergy. He doesn't need the champion synergy. You'll be fine without it. Just takes a little bit of time to ramp up. Please don't evade. Oh my god, she got the evade. I was going in for the kill. Got a little bit of greedy. This isn't gonna kill me, is it, Domino? Please no critical bleed. Please no critical bleed. Alright, no critical bleed, I'm fine. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm fine. Okay, like I said, I'm fine. But yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait. Oh, I just reread your first question. I am so sorry. Thing at rank 3 is going to have a pretty rough time. I didn't realize you said Final Ultron in Variant 1. In my mind, I was thinking Ultron in Act 5. That changes things. I'm sorry. Thing at rank 3, that's going to be a rough time, man. I'm sure he can get it done, but it's not going to be easy by any means. And it might not be worth the resources that it would take to get it done. You might want to wait till you can get that thing to rank 4. And then as far as adding the champion synergy in, it is going to help a lot more in that quest versus what I was imagining with Act 5. So, sorry, a little bit of bad advice on my part. Yeah. I don't know exactly how important the champion synergy is for that fight. I mean, that Ultron has a ton of health. So it could be pretty useful. I would say it's probably not necessary, but helpful, and I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would try that fight without taking it to rank 4. It might be worth just giving it a little bit of time, a little bit of patience to get that rank up, and then go in there at rank 4. But then we can call you Pumpkin. Oh, jeez. Alright, Blade. Don't kill me, dude. Here we go. Give me a crit. Almost. There we go. Speaking of thing, I took out that Ultron with a 4-star thing. Oh, did you? Okay. Alright, so maybe rank 3 is enough then if you did it with a 4-star thing. Huh. Yeah, I mean, okay. So, I should also clarify that I am not that well versed with Thing. I have a Thing, but I'm a recent owner of I'm a new Thing owner, and I haven't tested all his limits yet. I haven't tried him in that many different places yet. I've started using him in Alliance War, which is a quick way to learn, but only a few fights each war, and yeah, that just started this season. And then I threw him against the champion, but against the champion, that's such a unique fight that, yeah, I haven't learned all I need to learn about him. Hey BG, thanks for answering everyone's questions and helping out the MCOC community. You rock, dude. Sean, thanks, man. It's not every day that someone tells you you rock, so thank you. What's up, Euthanitis? What's up, Dicer? Hey BG, is this the last set of dungeons for October? I have no clue. I never really keep track of the dungeons too well. Speaking of dungeons, though, so did they reset today? Oh, Flags is around. I'd love to do some dungeons. FYI, I'm thinking of unsubscribing to you and subbing to Dork Dave. His channel's really struggling these days, and did not want you to think it had anything to do with mod thing. Okay, no worries, dude. No worries at all, man. That is completely fine. I would have never thought anything of it, but yeah, dude, that's completely fine. I appreciate all the support that you've given. Help a dork out. It's important for that Variant Quest Ultron. I'd say huge benefit to damage. It is yeah, it is a huge benefit to damage, and yeah, you're right. Because that Ultron has a ton of health. That Ultron, if I remember correctly, has something like 450,000 health, maybe a little bit more, maybe give or take. He has a lot though, and yeah, that extra damage might really matter. So, do you know how you said no to Labyrinth Path? Yeah, I didn't listen. Oh, Roboto. Oh, Roboto, man. God is breaking me. This is going to be an all-nighter. Design is not my class. Oh, Swaggy Spodester. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man, but it's going to make you stronger. Stick with it. Do all that you can do. BG hasn't played with this thing that much. He just throws where he knows other people do. That's true. That's true. I've not played with my thing very much. I think synergy with Human Torch makes the basic Furies ramp up much faster because all his rock stacks are converted to Furies, so I'd get like 20 every special too. Yeah, it seems like it helps. I haven't. We were just looking at it last night, I believe. I kind of forgot what the synergy was until we looked at it last night, and it does seem like it would help a lot. Because you could basically just parry your way up those Furies without even popping specials, right? If I'm not mistaken. Leadership debacle thoughts, BG. So I didn't even realize there was an issue until I was in Cade's stream earlier, and people were bringing it up. I don't know, just another bug that Kabam will sort out pretty much. I don't know what kind of impact it's going to have on alliances that maybe weren't the most stable, but I feel like most alliances, most people in this community, they know this is not, like, this is the type of game that you play for a while, and like screwing other people over, kicking people and stuff like that is probably not something that's going to end well for you. So I imagine most people wouldn't do anything wouldn't do anything bad with if they had potentially gotten tossed leader. For those of you not sure what we're talking about here, apparently there was an update that caused leadership to change hands for the alliance, and Kabam's gonna sort it out, something like that. Lady from my bank asked to meet and talk about options for managing my money. She wanted me to invest and set up a savings and all that junk, but then she said I should cut out unnecessary spending. When I asked what she meant, she said, well, I see you're spending every month on a few things like YouTube and such. Told her that is 100% necessary and won't be changed. Well, Dicer, man, thank you very much for the... Dude, you've done a lot. You've done a lot to support me and Laura and the channel and all that over the years. So thank you, dude. But I will say, for anybody, you never ever have to feel bad about like ending a the membership thing at all. Like the fact that anyone would even be a member for 1 month, let alone multiple months. Yeah, never ever feel bad. But thank you for the continued support. BG, congratulations on your... I'm not going to say it only because I uploaded the video not that long ago, and I don't want to spoil it in case people haven't watched it yet. But thank you, MCOC Don. And careful to avoid that message if you don't want to see the spoiler. Yeah, pretty psyched about that. Had to open up more crystals than I would have liked to get the ISO that I needed to rank up my Morning Star, but you know, some of those openings, some of the crystals, one of them specifically at least, not too bad. Not too bad. I've actually never watched a DDD stream. Now I feel like I have to. I mean, he would definitely appreciate it. He's a good dude. Dave does a lot for the community and all that. So yeah, it's always one of those things where, like, of course, can't make it to every stream, and depending on what time he's streaming and your day and stuff like that, it's not always possible to make it. But hey, if you're around. Driving home, count of deer seen 2. You know what's crazy? I didn't realize how, like, I mean, of course, every animal in the world, right? They have their, like, you know, different areas where they live and stuff, right? Their natural habitats and all that. But like, deer are very common in New Jersey. I had no idea how common until actually some friends came out for my wedding. This was back in 2015. Yeah, that's right. It took me some time. Laura's not around. Don't tell her. If she asks, I instantly knew it. I didn't have to think at all about what year we got married. But they came out, and you know, some of them were they were coming from a few different areas, but a lot of them on the West Coast here. And they saw lots of deer, lots of dead deer actually. There's lots of dead deer in New Jersey because the deer, well, they go wild sometimes, running all throughout the streets and all that. Get hit by a car. Of course, nobody wants to hit them. It just sort of happens. And yeah, on any given day, you could just be driving down the street, see a dead deer or two on the street, let alone the live ones that you see. So yeah. I haven't seen a deer in like 2 years though. I don't know if there's any deer out here. Hey BG, any idea on what next year's main theme for the game will be? Example this year was around the Fantastic Four. So I kind of asked Gabe that question at Comic-Con. Sort of, at least. I was asking him if this was like the end of the Fantastic Four. Now that the final member is going to be added very soon here. And he said it was just the I can't remember his exact words, but it was something along the lines of, like, no, it's just the beginning. This is going to be my last round. I got to remember to get out of the arena after this round. Go back to the 3-star. But he was saying it was like just the beginning of the Fantastic Four. So I think next year is going to be, based off of what he was saying at least, is going to be largely having to do with Karina. I think once Act 6 wraps up, we're going to see a lot more from Karina in the contest, which, depending on what that means, if that means she's taking over the contest, or maybe she's, I mean, I don't know, but like let's say she does like actually take over the contest. That could mean like a pretty big like facelift even for MCOC, which it could use one. So I'm kind of hoping for that. Just speculation for right now, but based off some of the things said, there's a good chance that it could happen. And then the Fantastic Four, Gabe was also making it sound like Reed Richards is gonna do a lot for the contest too, and maybe together they're gonna kind of discover things. Gonna be leading more towards like the origins of the contest, and yeah, just kind of how things came to be. So I think that's what next year is going to be all about. 2020 is going to go back more towards like the origins of the contest. And of course, you know, throughout the year, depending on the Marvel releases and stuff like that, they're going to have all those tie-ins and all that good stuff like they normally do. The stories gonna break away in parts, but that's what I'm expecting. Could be exploring Abyss with us. Yeah, that's true too. So the Abyss, the Abyss might lead to like some of those answers, you know. And even if you're not able to clear the Abyss yourself, I'm sure it's going to be pretty well documented for like people that are clearing the Abyss and what that means for the contest, what kind of things it reveals. I ate a sandwich for dinner with a big happy face. Nice. Seems like Laura is in here. Alright, I'm headed to bed. Good night, friends. You all make me happy every time I pop in. I read that as poop in for a second there, but Demyak, that makes me happy. It's always good to see you too, man. But alright, have a good one. Bet next year is going to be all about Realm. Ooh, that's a good point too. There's probably going to be some setup for Realm of Champions as well. And, I mean, they are meant to be like, so the way they describe Realm of Champions and how that interacts with Contest of Champions is that it is a completely separate thing, but from time to time the stories are going to kind of cross over, and that's a really good point, that it might start out, there might be some things in the contest that kind of are hinting at Realm, and then that's like the first time they kind of break apart is when Realm of Legends launches. Probably a good way to hype that game, you know. I want to hit deer, but alas, in 5 years truck driving across country, only clipped one with my trailer. Technically, he hit me. Well, that's the thing, man, is no one really goes out of their way to hit deer, right? Even though you're saying you want to. It's usually the other way around. It's usually the deer hitting the car, and it probably wouldn't do a crazy amount of damage to your truck, but my goodness, man, I've seen some cars get pretty jacked up by hitting a deer. Keep count 2 every time from my buddy's house to mine, about 30 minutes. Last Saturday was 11. Holy crap. Okay, 11 deer in one day. That's quite a bit. I mean, I've seen sometimes like that, but normally when I see deer, it's like 1, 2 max at a time. Cross section of Battle World and Origins, yeah. It'd be dope if Reed made or discovered type of ISO that one ISO would be given in certain rewards that would make any champ to the max level, whatever rank they are. Use wisely. Dude, I was thinking similar things myself. It was a little bit different than that, but I mean, actually it was a decent amount different than that. I think it would be cool if there was a way. Been thinking more, like, ever since Comic-Con. All right, actually, hold on, I'm rambling right now. Let me back up a little bit. So at Comic-Con, talking to Luke, who's executive producer, and he was just asking, like, what would we want to see in order to keep the game interesting and keep, like, making our champions stronger, keep that being interesting. He was kind of, asking if we were kind of tired of, like, the same old system of, get some catalyst, rank up the champions, that type of thing. And of course I've thought about that a bit in the past, but it's always been like, it's always been around items, because I just feel like that's the most obvious answer. I feel like that's the one that makes sense the most, but probably not going to get that just because of the outrage from 12.0. So he was kind of asking, like, well, what else besides items? Because we already had that conversation a couple years ago, last time I talked to him. And, like, the more I think about it, like, if there was just something that you can give to your champion, not necessarily an item, just something like a permanent, yeah, like a special type of ISO that you can give to your champion, not necessarily to rank them, but to unlock something else within them, something like an awakened ability, but just like another way of enhancing that character. Could be something just to improve their stats, or it could actually legit be like a brand new ability to give the character, something like that. That would be super cool, man. And yeah, I feel like they could, the way they were talking about Reed Richards, and like, I don't know about him in the comics, but apparently he's pretty smart, I take it. And I guess just like how smart he is, and like what he can kind of figure out in the contest, I feel like there's a lot of potential there for them to just do some craziness, you know what I mean? Like over time, of course, I'm sure when Reed hits the game, he's not going to instantly have everything, but like over the next year, they could do a lot, and if they don't do a lot, then it's going to be a missed opportunity. So I hope they do a lot with it. All right, we have. Oh no! Did I just realized. So Robert just sent over a buck, but I just realized I missed a Streamlabs one. Oh no! And this is Lakers Bodyguard too. Lakers Bodyguard, if you're still in here, I'm so sorry. You sent over a couple bucks 14 minutes ago now, and excuse me, it's not Lakers Bodyguard, it's Belsnickel saying Bieber. The weather in Cali is all over the place. Right now my hands are so cold, I feel dead. I might be dead. I checked my pulse and my finger got stuck to my neck. Wow. Now I look like I'm cutting my throat. What? Anyways, happy birthday, you Lil Pika? Like Pikachu? Or is that, what does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Hopefully it's not a bad word. Okay. Definitely not Lakers Bodyguard. Belsnickel, thank you very much for the $2. I hope you're still in here, man. I'm so sorry that I didn't see that until just now. I must have been rambling too much. But dude, thank you. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. I'm scrolling up. I see you in the chat right now, throwing some derp faces. That was up a little while ago, not too long ago. All right, talking to Laura about sandwiches. All right, hopefully you're still in here. But thank you very much, dude. And yeah, Robert's sending over a buck as well. Another buck. Give me a sec. Saying, okay, don't change the wall because it's dope with 3 of us there, but who should be my next 565? Sim Supreme, Magic, Angela, or Luke Cage? I would not go with Angela. Whatever you do, unless you just have a strong personal love and connection to Angela, it is not someone that I recommend taking up. I'm not even saying she's a bad champion. She's a decent enough champion, but there's other champions that I feel like are more deserving of that 565, and the few people that I know that have an Angela at 565 say that they regret that decision. So I would not recommend Angela. Luke Cage is another one of those where I feel like he's a good champion, but he's also probably good enough at rank 4. Probably should not go to rank 5. So in my opinion, you should be looking towards Sim Supreme and Magic. Unless you have a very specific use for one of these other guys. There's always exceptions. But in general, I'd go with Sim Supreme or Magic. And from there, it's largely personal preference. Some people really like Sim Supreme. Some people really like Magic. Magic is better when it comes to power control. Sim Supreme is better when it comes to debuff prevention and... Or I'm sorry, buff prevention with the staggers. And I feel like Sim Supreme also has the higher... damage potential. Not that Magic is that bad at it either. Once you get those limbos rolling, especially with some of the synergies that have been added, her damage output is not the worst. But yeah, it's gonna be personal preference between those two. Personally, I prefer Sim Supreme's playstyle, but I also don't even play Sim Supreme that much. So take it for what you will. Follow your heart when it comes to those two, I would say. But yeah, dude, thank you very much for another buck. Appreciate it. I've always wanted a system where you rank up champions by gaining XP by just playing them a lot. I agree. I agree. I would like something like that too. I kind of. I mean, I've had a bunch of ideas for a little while now that I've been thinking about making a video similar to like when I made a video a while back for like a relic system, basically a gear or item system that I wanted to see in the contest, where I made like some very basic graphics, but just a little something to illustrate my point a little bit more. And I've been thinking about doing something like that for a couple of other ideas I have for an idea for a champion, like designing all the abilities and stats and stuff like that. Something like what you just mentioned, that would actually be part of one of the ideas. So maybe I'll save it and not talk about the full idea. Maybe just make a video about it. Those are really fun to do. It's always tough for me to like justify making videos like that because it doesn't really help anyone, and I feel like I need to make more videos that help people, more guide style videos and just informational things. But it's also just really fun to make videos like that. And hey, maybe if the idea is good enough, maybe Kabam would add it to the game, maybe to make the game more fun overall. So maybe it helps in that sense. But yeah. BG, how do you like your scrambled eggs? Actually, I'm not really a big fan of eggs in any form. I mean, I used to eat eggs. I don't know if I've ever bought an egg after I moved out. I don't know if that sounds crazy or not, but I don't know. I was never that big of a fan of eggs growing up, but of course, like, you know, yeah, if my parents made some eggs for me to eat, that was the food, right? And you eat that food, whatever's made. And I would put ketchup on my scrambled eggs. But I legit don't think I bought an egg since I moved out. I moved out at 23, I think. So for the last like 9 years, I don't think I bought an egg. I'm sure there's been eggs. There's definitely been eggs like in things that I've eaten. You know, certain breads and cakes or whatever has eggs in it. But just like an actual egg itself, nah, pass. B. Daniels sending over a couple more bucks. And last at you, don't break wall. Okay. Where is it? Okay. I've seen a lot of deer, but deer whistles in trucks help a lot in deterring them from coming towards the truck. Oh, interesting. Okay. There was actually it wasn't super common, but there were some like anti-deer whistle type things that people had on their lawn in like my parents' neighborhood. Basically, it's pretty annoying because you walk by and you know, it can't tell if it's a deer walking. It just detects motion in general, and then it would start making this pretty obnoxious noise. But that's interesting. I didn't realize that people did that for their vehicles too. Interesting. I'm sure that's probably more of a truck driver thing than a just like standard vehicle type thing. But interesting. Had no idea. But thank you for another 2. Tom Nix sending over $5. Tom, thank you very much. Saying, always enjoy your content. Should I rank 5 Cap Infinity Sentinel or OG Thor? As cool as OG Thor is, I would not recommend rank 5ing or ranking your 5-star OG Thor. Unless you just wanted him for nostalgia reasons, if you played him in the past, or just for the coolness factor, the unique factor that not many people have a 5-star OG Thor. You know, just have a little bit of fun there. But otherwise, I feel like Cap Infinity and Sentinel are going to do more for you. And between those two, they're quite different champions. So it just depends on what you need. Sentinel has the immunities, and of course he's a robot as well, which in some cases helps immensely. Sentinel is probably my choice if you have not done Variant 3 yet. Which, hey, if you're not ready for Variant 3, even after the Sentinel rank up, that's fine. You know, you don't necessarily need to jump in there right away. But if that is still something on your plate, something that you're thinking about for the future, then I'd recommend Sentinel, just because he's going to help to clear that content, help to give you more rank up resources to then go back and rank up Cap Infinity or a different champion or something. That said, there's nothing wrong with Cap. Cap is a great champion, and you know, if you're just feeling his play style, he doesn't really have the immunities, but he's got crazy high block proficiency and stuff like that, and with parry maxed out, he has those perfect parries where you're not really taking any damage on those. And pretty effective in a lot of content, but yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for. I would strongly recommend going with one of those two, though. Tom, I hope that helps. Can't say for sure which one you should go with, but hope the advice helps, and thank you very much for the 5, man. I appreciate it. I actually update to 1020 for all. Good call by Daniels. I could do that. There was $3 sent over between the 3 of you. Oh man. Oh man. It did mess things up. I have to put on the second row. That's fine, right? What's up, Hector? Dicer, would your designer champion be a villain named Dicer? Dude, I have not forgotten about that, by the way. I was thinking a lot about, like, I've been thinking a lot about game design in general lately, which I'm gonna kind of talk about in my next video. You know, still nothing I can do right now about it, but it has to do with like Realm of Champions and stuff like that, and kind of how it got me thinking and all that. So, tweet, sure. Oh, and here's Demiox too. He's gone now, but here's his case, which doesn't look too bad, but yeah. I think my mom did the paint on this for likely my father to wear for the Halloween party thing. Ooh, star. That's pretty sweet. Custom Pac-Man t-shirt. That's cool. And then what is this? B. Daniels, basic concept. Save a deer whistles deer warning device for cars and motorcycles. Okay. That's pretty cheap. $10. $10 for a 4-pack. Holy crap. Got it. Hey BG, just to clarify, but we're still waiting till December to see the buffs/nerfs with Torch, Nihilus, Maw, and Cole, correct? That is correct, and that's not when they're gonna hit the live game, as far as I know. At least that's just when they're gonna give more information about it, so that we know what's kind of going on in their minds when they talk about buffs and nerfs. BG, I'm at 21.8 mil and 5-star featured. Wasn't until earlier today I decided to do a few more rounds for him. I could do another round of 5 and 6s, so add 4.8 mil-ish. Think I'll get lucky? Probably. I don't expect his score to really go up. It'll probably stay right around that 25 range. It's not guaranteed, as you know, but I'd say you stand a good chance at it. Around here, deer whistles are on just about every other vehicle on the road. Really? Huh. Man, now I'm wondering, like, if it's just something I never noticed. But I don't remember anyone ever talking about a deer whistle in New Jersey, at least. I guess, I mean, even though there's like a pretty, like, deer are fairly common, maybe they're not as widespread enough for people to care enough to get a deer whistle. Unless you're maybe in more of the rural Jersey area or something. I have a quick rank up question. Got 3 to 4 mutant. Should I use it on Awakened Sunspot or Unawakened Emma or hold off? Don't care much for Omega Red. I don't know a ton about Sunspot. He seems pretty cool though, and the fact that he's awakened versus an unawakened Emma. And it's just a 3 to 4, so it's not like the biggest deal if it turns out to be a mistake. It's not the big 4 to 5. I would probably just throw it to Sunspot personally. But yeah, like I said, I also don't know a ton about him, so. BG, what are your thoughts on the November announcements, especially the community events? You know what? Let's go take a look at them because I never really looked at them. I did see a breakdown of the rewards from Cameron posted them in For Loki Alliance chat. The 6-star, the 5-star 6-star gain, or it seems good. It seems for the month it's going to be like 80 or something like that 6 stones, which, dude, I'm loving the recent 5-star 6 stones that are given out. This is like the hardest resource to get, and between the current event having a pretty good amount of 5-star 6 stones, next month's, and then I'm guessing there's going to be a good amount of 5-star 6 stones in the Cyber Monday offers. Between all that stuff, I'm actually going to have some 6 stones for once. It's going to feel good. I mean, I'm going to burn them all pretty much right away, but it's going to be fun getting to actually use them, at least. I reunited with my bed, so nighty-night. All right, Star, have a good one. Only issue with Sunspot is that his heavy is multi-hit. The damage is good utilizing his rotation. We keep that in mind. Okay. Alright, talking to someone else about that champ, I guess. BG, just to clarify, but oh, never mind. Scrolling all up and down. Already read that message. Lakers bodyguard reunited feels so good. Alright, so you were here when I read out your. Okay, yeah, Lil Pika's cute animal. Okay. Had to scroll up. Just making sure. Sorry it took so long to read that message. I'm glad you were still in here. Going to Halloween party Saturday, costume mandatory. So I'm going as Agent 47 from the Hitman games. Is he just in a suit? I've never played the Hitman games, but I feel like I've seen some screenshots and video from it. He is. Okay. I thought so. I had to Google it. Oh, dude, I mean, that's going to be good for you. Yeah. Okay. We got some gloves and stuff, too. Of course, some weaponry. I'm not sure if you're going to have that, but it's part of it, I guess. Yeah, that'll be sweet. Definitely pull that look off. Would you check Twitter? All right. What do we got? Variant 3 5-star. Nice, dude. Congrats on that 5-star Quake. First time pull. New Quake. Good stuff. I like the concept of new quests coming in November, if nothing else. Okay, yeah. So let's look at that real quick. I mean, is it just in game or is it on the forums and stuff too? We'll look in game just because I can't put the forums on screen here, but maybe we'll have to check both. I went to one last Saturday and didn't dress up. Just said I was dressed up as the judge for a costume contest. Wow. Alright, November is looking fantastic. So, what do we have here? We tasked with assisting both the Fantastic Four and the villainous Doctor Doom in the following events. Wait a minute. Assisting Doctor Doom as well? Fantastic and Doom invasions. On alternating days, you'll be able to participate in either Fantastic Invasions or Doom Invasions. These quests will face you off against villain, hero, and mercenary tag champions on behalf of two of the greatest minds in the battle realm, Reed Richards and Doctor Doom. Fantastic Invasions will reward crystal shards to help you expand your team of friends, while Doom Invasions will reward crystals and fragments to make your champions no true power. Wow. Kind of like how they word that. To no true power. Okay. Fantastic family event. The Fantastic Four are mighty alone, but become truly powerful when working together. So, in that spirit, we're getting our summoners to band together for a common goal. Every successful fight across the battle realm this month will be tallied up, and the more fights won means more special events, which will be unleashed on the contest. All successful fights count towards this goal. If you're controlling a champion and claim a victory over another champion, it adds to the running total. Stay tuned for updates. Milestones are reached all month long. Okay. I'm guessing there has to be more info on that in the forums, right? Because that doesn't really tell us anything. I pretty much just borrowed a red tie from a stepdad and got a barcode temporary tattoo for the back of my noggin. Oh, I didn't realize there was a barcode on him. I didn't see that when I was Googling. Okay. Honestly, man, it's like costumes. Some of the elaborate costumes look great, but they must be such a pain in the ass to wear, especially all night, man. You know? So, just being comfortable like that, dude, is the best way. Alright, Fantastic Family and Foes. Fantastic Four themed solo objectives will provide you with challenges and rewards throughout the month. Okay? Final beacon is found. Be sure to check the contest every day so you can receive your fourth and final beacon on day 14 of the monthly calendar. Beacons can be redeemed in December 2019 for special Fantastic Four profile pick rewards to show all the battle realm your commitment to this fantastic family. Okay? Uh-oh. 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 Do you guys see this part right here? Dun-dun. 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 Bet you guys didn't see that coming. Prepare yourself. All this and more awaits this month of challenge. Okay, all right. Let me go check the forums real quick. This didn't say a whole lot, which is kind of expected. They don't normally say a ton. Oh, looking at the forums, there's a little sticky about the leadership issue. It also says, in the meantime, we're disabling the ability for alliances to kick players out. Oh, so they already took care of that. Okay. Yeah, so not really a big deal if they've disabled that. Well, I mean, not a big deal for most, I would say. If someone unfortunately got the boot before that was possible, that could be devastating for a group of players. But for most people, it's probably not a huge deal. Okay. Where'd it go? God, this is my first time even going to the forums in so long. I forget how to navigate these things. Upcoming change. No. Okay, let me go to general discussions. See if we got anything here. Join your fellow summoners in the Fantastic Family Community Milestones event. I don't really feel like reading all of this, but the first milestone for the Fantastic Family event requires the total number of fights completed across all summoners of the Battle Realm to reach 250 million. That's nothing. We get that in a day. This milestone is met. Players will unlock their first reward, the item exchange event. From November 11th until November 27th, summoners can transmute blah blah blah, future milestones, special boost calendar, dungeon days, gold arena. Okay, I'm not going to read through all this, but it should be cool. It should be cool. I mean, I think the next couple of months are going to be huge in the contest, just in general. I don't know how good like the community stuff is in particular. Maybe that, I don't know. Could be cool, could be meh, whatever. But looking at everything together with these champions that are about to get added, with 6.3 about to get added, like there's, man, There's going to be a lot going on. All right, Orange Juice sending over a couple of bucks. Orange Juice, thank you very much. Saying, here, have a couple cookies, BG. Also, read last. Okay. Last message is, BG, long time no see. My sleep schedule has been all over the place, so I haven't been able to pop into a stream. Just finished watching your Mystic ISO hunt. Boy, did you have a rough time. I know, dude. I really did. It worked out in the end, I guess, but... Orange Juice, it's good to see you, though, man. It's good to see you. Sunday, I don't know if you're going to be around Sunday. I'm going to do item list during the daytime, of course, on Sunday. So, maybe I'll see you then. I've also really been thinking about doing another daytime. It's been a long time since I've done a daytime arena stream. And... I don't think I'm gonna do one for this upcoming round of arenas. But I'm thinking I'm probably not gonna go for Doom and Reed Richards and stuff like that. But who knows? I'm kind of leaving it up in the air. As per usual, I haven't looked at any of the data mined info and stuff like that, so I don't know. Maybe they'll really tempt me once I see their abilities in game and stuff. But the plan right now, at least, is to not go for them. But it's gonna be a pretty hype time, and there's gonna be a lot of people on the grind, and maybe just as like a little bit of grind support for people going for these characters. Maybe I'll do like an entire week long daytime arena grind type of thing, and just man, just have some daytime streams for the non-vampires out there in the world. So something I've just started thinking about the last couple days. So yeah, we'll see. Had two buddies last year, one black, one white, that dressed as opposite races. White guy painted face black and put gum wrapper on teeth with baggy clothes. Jeez, man. We're talking about some not standard dress here. That's a very specific look. Black guy got white face mask and carried saltines around with white gloves. Wow. Jeez. Saltines though, really? Doom will go for 70 mil plus. Oh, add some pluses to that. Plus. He's gonna go for a lot. I don't know what Doom's gonna go for, but it's possible that we could see the first 100 million right there, man. If he's good, it's gonna be insane. I mean, so there is a certain limit that players can hit where like Namor, was it Namor that hit 80 plus? I think it was Namor that hit 80. Like Namor, I think is the current record holder, right? And that might have just been like players' limit straight up. That might have been players' limits or very close to their limits. So, like, although I've said it before and I've heard other people say it where Doom is going to be like the first 100+ million champion, it might not be possible, man. It might not be possible. Like, sure, people have hit over 100 million before, but for 150 people in the game to hit 100 million, I don't know if that's possible. So I think we are going to see Namor territory of numbers at least for Doom, but that might be the limits. Good morning, BG. Happy Halloween. What's up, Enzo? Do children come to your apartment for candy? I don't know. They didn't last year, but we're in a new place now, so we'll see. I don't expect it, but oh man, I just realized I don't even have any candy. So if they do, oh boy. I got no candy for the kids, so hopefully no kids come around, actually. I wouldn't even be mad. Like, I'm definitely not the bitter type when it comes to Halloween, because, man, I trick-or-treated all the way up till 18. I still want to go trick-or-treating sometimes, man. But I actually just straight up have no candy. Maybe I'll go out and buy some just in case they come around. And then I could always eat it afterwards if they don't, right? But, yeah, it'd be pretty sad. Some kid's camera out, he's got nothing to give him. What up, chat? Mr. Cookieless in the house. What's up, dude? Give them beans. Yeah, I could give some beans. I get some plastic baggies full of beans to pass out. Is there a limit? Couldn't someone endlessly refresh rank 2 6s with tons of units? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the limit is just whatever you can do in 72 hours refreshing rank 2 6 stars. That's the fastest you can possibly go. But are there going to is there actually going to be 150 people doing that? No way. Absolutely not. What does 100 mil mean? We're talking about arena scores. Thinking about like what Dr. Doom is going to go for, and yeah, I don't realistically see 150 people doing 100 mil. Finally done with 6.2 completion. Not looking forward to exploration. Well, nice, dude. Congrats on the initial clear at least. It's pretty good, man. You just gotta warm up to it, I feel. I mean, I'm sure there's no amount of warming up for some people. Some people are always gonna hate 6.2, but I swear, man, I love 6.2 so much. By far the most well-designed, in my opinion, quest in the game. Not saying it's perfect. Also, the rewards they don't match the difficulty. That was kind of disappointing, but the quest itself, oh man, nothing else even comes close, in my opinion, to how well it was designed in 6.2.6. Was actually just talking about it before, like, because I'm starting to plan out. I've done enough arena. We'll come back to this in a bit. I'm starting to plan out the final quest. I'm gonna go back in on Sunday and try to do a few paths, but just like as an example of what I'm talking about, of why I think the quest is designed so well, it has to do with these places that you can heal. I really want to talk to the devs that worked on 6.2.6 to just to make sure. It feels like there's so many places that you can heal that it has to be intentional. I'd be surprised to hear anything different. But like looking at like this loop right here, so you've got you've got two fights right here, and ideally use the same champion for both of these fights. By the time you get to the third fight, maybe you've taken a few hits. If you lost your champion, you should probably just restart. But you know, maybe you're at like half health on one of your champions or something. You get to King Groot, you heal up. Boom, you're back to full health because you just use him with willpower to get that full yellow bar back. Now you're at Venom. All 5 of your champions, full yellow bars. Plus, Venom has tons of buffs. Easy to steamroll with a Mystic champion. You blow past this guy. Now, depending on who you're using, if it's like a Morningstar perhaps, your Morningstar is built up, or you just have champions that are very healthy. This loop is like nothing. And then you can just move on from there. There's so many different places. Like I could pop in. It's been a while since I looked at some of these other quests, but let me pop in a different quest here. We'll go in the 5th quest. Let's see. Let's take a look at one of these paths. Well, I mean, see, I guess maybe not every champion's gonna heal up, but I remember going through this fight with Omega Red and just seeing, okay, perfect, an opportunity to heal up off of that Morning Star. I can't remember what all these nodes are, but I know there was just like a bunch of ways to heal. Less so in these gated paths. These gated paths are freaking brutal. Or actually, this one had one too, didn't it? Yeah, Special Lock 1. Oh, there's tons. That's right. There's like a bunch of like in the middle of the path, just Special Lock, where yeah, you got willpower and you're good. You get through some of the earlier fights. If you have a bad run at them, you start over, but as long as you get through them, then you have ways to heal off of like Special Lock 1. There's definitely other ones, but Like, I want to go through and find all of them just to see how many paths have that way of healing versus ones that don't. Something that I kind of had planned for, like, the guides that I want to make for that chapter, but it's sometimes less obvious than other times, but if you're kind of clever with it, yeah. Omega Red is locked to map 7 at the moment. He's so damn good, though. Yeah, he really is. Having explored 6.1, 6.2, Labyrinth of Variant 2, and having to complete Variant 1 or 3, seeing about doing it makes me want to just quit playing. Oh, man. Well, that's a bummer, dude. But eventually, you could, well, never mind. Not even talk about eventually. If it's making you want to quit playing, don't even think about it. Do whatever you want to do. It's the great part about this game, too. Is you could just decide, hey, screw it. Let's do something else. All right. Anyway, let me go back to trying to get some of these other milestones. I don't have too many left. Just need another 13 rounds or so in this 3-star arena, and then I'm done. Done until tomorrow's grind begins. Crazy question, does champion boost help in the arenas? Barely. So, the higher rating your champions are, the more points you'll get, but it adds a very small number of points to your champions. Very, very small number. I can't remember the exact, it's like 0.3 points per rating of your champion, something like that. It also does help speed up the fight, since, you know, the more attack you have, the less hits you're going to need to take down the enemy, right? Less you're going to need to bait out specials, that type of thing. So it helps in that regard too, but like, it doesn't help enough to be worth it. It's such a marginal help. The only like real big help are the actual arena specific boosts that are, you know, point multipliers. That helps a lot. Some of the point multipliers are huge, like the 3x multiplier for 3 stars. You get the same amount of points with a 3-star, with a 3x boost as you do with a 5-star. But at the same time, I want to progress and grow my account to stand still until I finish some of that content. Yeah. I mean, Dicer, you're still in... I think you're still in 4-wife, right? It's been a while since I've looked. But if you are, there's a lot of alliances. Because I think it was Alliance War that got you not really interested in being in like a serious alliance anymore, right? It's been a while since we talked about it. As far as I know, yeah. Okay. No, yeah, you definitely are. You would never get kicked. But that is another way to progress. Is there's a bunch of alliances that just don't care about Alliance War. Just, you know, hop in there to get like the minimum rewards, Alliance quest, and all that. Get some stuff that way. But yeah, I mean, this is, of course you already know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but hi BG, what will be the 2,000 5-star shards cutoff in your opinion? I don't know what the cutoff is these days for the 2,000 5-star shards. It's gone up in recent times. I think it's somewhere in like the 13.5-ish range, but yeah, I'm not really too sure. Most times I have, for the most part, I don't go for the 2,000 5-star shards. This arena I did, and I'm gonna try to for like the rest of the year, just because I want to get as many units as possible, because I'm about to spend all my units, and there's some big content coming up that I want to have some units on hand for. So I am gonna try, but I'm gonna kind of overkill it a little bit and just go to like 15 mil. But in the past, I've done like 3 to 6 million in that arena and just called it quits there. So, don't know. Yeah, Alliance War and coming up with donations for higher AQ maps. Yeah, that's true. I mean, map 4 is free. And map 5 got greatly reduced in cost, so... But yeah. Maybe alright, Hector, where are you at? Also want to see something cool? Check Twitter. Okay. Wait, what is the last one? If you take a special 3 on Medusa, you get Armor Shatter, free healing. Well, I mean, some champions can heal off of that. You're right. If you have an indestructible or something like that, could be a way. What is Twitter? Nutty. Oh, this is your sunspot? Is this a rank 4 sunspot? It looks like it by the PI. Oh yeah, with class advantage and everything, that has to be rank 4. Or a boosted rank 3 even. It's a lot of damage, dude. It's a lot of damage. Yes, rank 4. Okay, figured. 75k gold and a little bit of loyalty for map 5. Yeah, and I haven't looked at the numbers in a while, but you get some gold back for doing map 5 too, right? So, and I mean, you get some gold in war too, so I imagine an alliance that does map 5 and doesn't care about war, that basically just queues up and just does like a boss rush express type of thing, just all pile into 3 paths. I imagine you get enough gold just from doing those wars that it covers your gold donations for map 5. But I could be wrong. Wait, hold on. They took away the battle chips for map 5 too, right? Or are there still some battle chip donations for map 5? 15k gold and 6.7k battle chips for map 5 a day if you 100%. Okay. So it does cover it then, right? If you're saying it's 75k gold to donate, so times the 5 days, you get that back. It's really not too bad. I like what they did for the donation costs for those maps. And I'm even fine with map 7 these days. I know a lot of people maybe aren't, especially because there's a bunch of alliances that do like the shell swapping thing where, yeah, they're getting their resources through some illegitimate means, which I definitely don't recommend anyone to do. There's still a bunch of that going on because of the donation costs for like map 7 and maybe to some extent map 6, although I know they reduced the cost of map 6 by a pretty good amount as well. But so I'm sure there's a lot of people that aren't happy with the donation cost of map 7, but ever since they reduced the gold cost and brought it back down to the original level of where map 6 was, I feel fine with the donation cost. Like, yeah, I'm still struggling on the gold side of things, but I feel like that's part of the game. Kind of have to decide, and there's certain things I could do to save gold and stuff. But yeah, again, I know some people are not too happy with it. Mysterio or Warlock, which one would you take to rank 4? I just got them both from Crystal. Warlock. Mysterio is cool, and hey, if you have a specific use for Mysterio, awesome. But Warlock in general, I feel like is one of the strongest champions in the game overall. Great on offense, great on defense. Tons of utility. Some of the coolest animations in the game. Like, Warlock he's just all around an awesome champion. I recommend going with him. Hi, Dr. Voodoo or Magic rank 5? Thanks. That's a personal preference type of thing. Both strong champions. Depends on what you need. Depends on your play style and what you like. Magic is the better power locking champion. She's kind of the queen of power locking. But there's tons of utility in Voodoo's toolkit as well, including a little bit of power control on his side. He's got the healing. He's got poison damage for certain nodes that require it. And some people just enjoy his playstyle more. And how it interacts with like Mystic Dispersion and stuff. So, yeah, it's not a decision that I can make for you. They're both strong champions. You can't necessarily go wrong. You just have to pick which one that you personally enjoy. BG, contact your Kabam friends. I was in leadership position. I got a new member last night, but the next morning I am a member. Pure Leaf, not to worry. Kabam is already fixing it. I was actually just on their forums. There's a message. I'll read it out for you. Summoners. Earlier there was an issue where alliance leaders were demoted unintentionally. We have found and fixed the cause of the bug. We are now collecting the data on all alliances that were affected by the issue and will work to resolve the issue as soon as we can. We are currently gathering the data and creating tools needed to restore the leadership to the correct leader. So if you're not already fixed, don't worry. They're working on it. We're working to do this as soon as we can, but it will not be tonight. In the meantime, we are disabling the ability for alliances to kick players out. So right now, I guess there's some things that you can't do. Maybe you can't like start Alliance Quest or War or something like that. But don't worry, you're not going to be kicked from your alliance, and you are going to have leadership restored to you as soon as Kabam fixes it. 140k special 2 if all crits goes to 180k. That is pretty nutty, Hector. You're right. For a rank 4 champ at that. Best thing about Voodoo is that his power lock isn't a debuff. That's true. That's true. That is quite nice. Kind of one of the things that makes him unique. If you know how to use him, Voodoo is pretty damn good with power control 2 BG. That's right, but as you know, I am not the best when it comes to using Voodoo. So he does have good power control, but I mean, you got to give it up to Magic. Like, once you get those L2s going with Magic, there's not really much that can compare. But yeah, of course, Voodoo has good power control once you get it going. I feel like it's not as easy, but definitely powerful. Man, just thinking more about Voodoo, I'm thinking about the old Map 6 mini-boss, Hyperion. Oh god, that fight used to give me nightmares. Going into that Hyperion fight. I can't remember all the nodes on him, but seriously, the amount of times that I was trying to build up to a special 2 and he wouldn't throw specials and he would just power bomb me from outer space. Woo, nightmares. Same with the Voodoo special 2, and it's a wrap. Well, sort of. They can still gain power. And in some cases, it's not completely a wrap. What are your thoughts about Sig 200 Namor for Variant 2? No return damage from the global node. Yeah, seems amazing for it. I never tested Namor in there personally, but seems like he's one of the strongest options for it for sure. When's the next item to stream, BG? It's going to be on Sunday, Jacob. And hopefully it's going to be a nice, relatively long stream. I mean, Act 6, it starts to wear on you, man, because you got to be focused for that content. So I could never do like a super long marathon style stream for it, but hopefully it'll be a nice like 4-hour stream where now that I have Morningstar ranked up and now that I have Thing ranked up, put those two to work together. Hopefully I can knock out a few paths against the champion. I think Doc Ock is very underrated Hyperion counter, especially if Hype is on additional power gain node. Potentially, I mean he's gotten a lot more love in the recent times here, but I don't know. I still feel like, sure, he's a counter, but I feel like there are still better counters out there, and maybe he is in fact underrated still. But I do, like I said, I do still feel like he's not the #1 counter. I'd much rather use some other champions for that fight. I'm not even sure who the #1 counter is. There's a Hyperion. Hyperion's one of those champions that's super annoying because he doesn't always throw his specials, and depending on the other nodes involved, and you know, he's not always the easiest time. However, he has a bunch of counters, you know. Maybe it's just that we're not always able to bring the best counters depending on the rest of the map and stuff like that, and that adds to Hyperion's difficulty. But there's a ton of champions that counter him. Like, I was just looking at my upcoming champs in the arena. Dormammu is up soon. Dormammu is a fantastic counter for Hyperion. With the power lock on the mediums and stuff like that. If you push him up against the wall, which is pretty likely where he's going to be if you're using Dormammu, since you don't really need to slow play things, you rely on that ending medium to power drain. You could just stand there and bait out a heavy attack to get your next 5-hit combo, and you don't really ever have to bait out specials. And then eventually you get your L2, which has even more power control built into it, and he's a great champion for it too. The annoying part about some of these champions is that not all of them have a lot of damage output. That's Dormammu's limiting factor, is that his damage output is not the best. And yeah, I know you could with your heavy attacks and detonate. I can't remember exactly how he works, but I've seen it enough to know that yeah, he has that additional way of dealing damage. But still, there are some champions that end fights long before Dormammu has time to even do that type of thing. Are you going to rank 3 that new blank champion you got and use them against the champion? I don't want to say... I mean, anyone could look in the chat right now and see exactly which champion you're saying. I'm trying not to say it out loud, though, in case people haven't seen the video. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that cares. But I will not be ranking that champion in the near future, but I do have plans to rank that champion eventually. And probably not, too distant future eventually. Yeah, it's probably going to be after 6.3, though. I need to... right now I'm kind of hurting on certain catalysts. And I need to make sure that I have enough catalysts that I can rank whoever I need for 6.3. For the Legends run. And I don't think that champion that I pulled is necessarily going to be someone that's needed for the Legends run. But we'll see. And if they do happen to be needed for it, then I'll rank them. I'm willing to rank whoever is needed. For example, if Human Torch happens to be really good for one of the fights or something like that, I will rank 2 my 6-star Torch, which, I mean, he's a good champion. Maybe that's not the best example of what I'm willing to do, you know? I'm sure there's people thinking oh boy, what a sacrifice, rank 2 in your 6-star Human Torch. He'll be cool to have regardless, but you guys also probably know how I feel about rank 2ing 6-star champions, especially if I don't have any real need for them beyond 6.3. That's a heavy resource investment, you know? But yeah, if there was I don't know, what's a better example here? Let me go to my champions real quick. pull up the 6 stars. If it turned out this bishop it just happened to be the fastest for something. I don't know what he would be the fastest at, but I swear, if it turned out he was the fastest at something, I would rank 2 this bishop. I don't care. I would rank any of these guys. This unawakened Jane Foster. If she was good for a fight in 6-3, pulling the trigger, ranking her up. She's not gonna be though, so I don't have to worry about that. BG, you spoiled that Morningstar video for me because you said you ranked her up. Well, I put it in the title, and she's in the thumbnail and stuff like that, so I figured, hey, that's... as soon as you saw the thumbnail for the video, that was already spoiled. I got 6 stars Storm and dupe my She-Hulk again from 6.2 rewards. Mediocre, but could be worse. My rank 5 She-Hulk and try her in Lab. Okay. Definitely a decent option for Labyrinth. Or to help you finish, help you do some more, what's it called? Some more progression, 6-2. Whenever you're ready to jump back in there. Finally explored 6.1, and now thinking Labyrinth with rank 2 Dom or Holy Trinity, rank 5 Blade, rank 5 Stark. Should use a 4-5 gem on AA for potion farming. Well, first off, congrats on 6-1. I would say this, though. If you have a rank 2 Dormammu, or not Dormammu, Domino. If you have a rank 2 Domino, don't use Archangel for potion farming. Please don't use Archangel for potion farming. Like, Archangel maybe is still consistently faster than Domino for Winter Soldier. I don't know. I've never really compared them side by side, but I could see it. I could see it being a possibility. But here's the thing. I can almost, excuse me, I can almost guarantee that you'll get more potions like per hour with Domino, because you're able to push to that second fight. You're able to take down Captain Marvel, so it's less time backing out and menuing and stuff like that. That Domino is just going to be better when it comes to potion farming. So yeah, do not use that rank up gem on Archangel, unless you just also wanted a rank 5 Archangel. Like if that was your intention, you just like Archangel, you want to rank 5 him, that's cool. But just don't do it for the sake of potion farming. Or maybe a rank 5 Colossus is in play. Potentially. I mean, we have the update coming. I still don't know a ton about him. So Man-Thing or next rank 5? Probably. After 6.3. That's, I can tell you, is basically locked in. I like Man-Thing. Man-Thing is legit top 5 favorite champions to play right now. I enjoy his playstyle so much. I'm so sad that I didn't get him awakened, man. Like, I don't know what to do to awaken him, but looking at his Sig ability on Aunt May, he doesn't necessarily need a high Sig level. I'd be happy just to have him Sig 20. But I don't pop featured crystals. I'm not going to start popping featured crystals, so I have no clue how I'm going to awaken this guy. Yeah, I have an awakening gem, but I don't really want to give it to him. Maybe if I got a second one, maybe I would. But if I got a second one, I'd probably give it to Morningstar because I feel like she needs it more. So, I don't know. Was your top 5, though? I'm not sure who's all in the top 5. Venom the Duck is definitely in there. He's number 1. I don't know. I don't know who's all in the top 5. Medusa's still very high on that list. Probably like top 3. Between Human Torch, Warlock, and Doctor Doom, who do you think has better animations, BG? I haven't looked at Doctor Doom's. I don't look at any of the leak stuff. But between Torch and Warlock, oh man, they have some pretty sick animations. I gotta give it to Warlock, but Torch is certainly up there, man. Torch is definitely up there. I like them both a lot. But Warlock's just funky, man. I like the funkiness of him. You know what, man? I'm feeling a 225. I've got one last of these crystals to spin out. Let's get a 225 units right here. So that's 3 of 5. Just pick 2 more dingus. Well, I don't know. I don't know who rounds out the top 5. Dragon Dagger sent it over a couple of bucks. Thank you very much, Dragon Dagger. Where is your last message? Here we go. Hey, Hollywood. What's up? Are you ready for the Diablo 2 remaster announcement? Hopefully coming this weekend. It is rumored, huh? Yeah, BlizzCon going down real soon. I wanna see it before I start thinking about it, and I don't know, man. Diablo 3 put such a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I don't. If they do remaster Diablo 2, they better do it right, man. Like, I don't want it to just look more like Diablo 3. It needs to have that same look and feel that Diablo 2 has. And if they keep it, it's like a little bit more dark, Diablo 2. It's not, you know. It's just a different feel. As long as they can keep that feel, then I'd be pumped. I would 100% get that game. Yeah, I'll be very excited. I'm definitely gonna be watching BlizzCon, man. I watch BlizzCon every year, even though I don't play a ton of Blizzard. Actually, this year I'm actually for once playing a Blizzard game, even though it's casually. But the past few years, I was not playing at all any Blizzard games, and I still tune into BlizzCon every year though, just because in the past, man, loved their games so much. Wait, what's the rest of your message here, though? I might have to retire from MCOC if it's true. Diablo 2 equals best game ever. Change my mind. I cannot change your mind because it is the best game ever. Best game of all time. Hands down. But yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it at least. Overwatch 2. I've never played Overwatch. Don't really have any interest in Overwatch. That's the thing is most of the Blizzard games that came out in the recent years, I just don't care about. Warcraft 3 remastered is something that I might get. I gotta look more into it. I mean, I was pretty pumped about it when they first announced it, but I don't know. I lost some of the interest in that because I mean they announced that last year, and I thought it was gonna come out in like the summer of this year, and I was gonna pick it up, but now I don't know, lost some of the interest. Whoa! I was #1 EU hardcore classic ladder. Is that what it is, dude? I don't even remember the abbreviations for like hardcore whatever. I know it's hardcore, of course, but is that classic ladder for almost 2 years? I never really played classic Diablo 2. It was always the expansion. I actually didn't even know about Diablo until the expansion was already out. And that's when a friend of mine picked it up. And then, dude, like the next day. Like I was with him when he got it. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? Diablo. He started playing it. He let me play for 5 minutes. That was all I needed. I immediately went out, bought the battle chest, and yeah, I was good to go, man. Hooked on Diablo 2 after that. I was never super high on the ladders. I didn't really push the ladders. It was mostly just like just doing I was about to say casual Magic Find runs, but they were anything but casual, man. I was grinding hardcore, doing hundreds of meth runs and cow runs and whatever else, man. And then PvP. The highest level I ever got to was like 97, which I know for Classic is like I mean, Classic doesn't really go to 99, right? I remember looking at some of those ladders and seeing, like, long after the ladder reset, the highest was, like, 96, 97, something like that. But in the expansion, of course, a couple weeks in, a month in, there's a bunch of 99s and stuff. I never even bothered. There's just too many. Actually, well, no. I take that back. Back when before they nerfed cow runs, I did hit 99, but then they changed it, and then like bell runs were the thing, and once bell runs were the thing, then I never hit 99 in any of those seasons. Anyway, we're getting way too off topic. I love talking Diablo 2. I miss that game, but I know a lot of people in here are like, "What the hell are you talking about, man?" So it's time to end the stream anyway. And me and my EF clan made the only hardcore classic level 99. Damn, dude. That's crazy, man. That's such a cool achievement right there. Sick. That's awesome, dude. that's a pretty serious thing, man. That's legit right there. All right, anyway. I'm out of here. But Robert, Stromberg, B. Daniels, and Nico. Do I dare try to mess up your last name? All right, let's try it. Sokolowitz. Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have tried. That was horrible. I'm so sorry, Nico. But thank you very much to you three for being the big D's of the night. Thank you to everyone else. There was a bunch of super chats. So, yeah, thank you for all the support, guys. Continued support from the members and all that. And I will see you guys tomorrow, normal time. All right. Good night, everybody.